Hey skiers, it's Bob with skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2024 ski test. We got a new one for you today. This is the Dynastar E-Cross 88. This is the women's graphic of the M-Cross 88, and this happens to be our Dynastar representative's personal pair of skis, complete with this pivot Pit Viper graphic binding on it. And I think that he just couldn't get the M-Cross graphic, so he went with this one. It actually looks pretty sharp, and it's the same build as the men's ski, so no love lost there. And he skied it for the better part of the year and just really loved it. And when we got on these things towards the end of this season, those feelings were filtered through with us as well. Really nice entry into the all mountain department with a little bit more emphasis on carving. And that's kind of been the new trend lately, is kind of these more oversized shovel carving skis with short radius that can double as an all-mountain performer. Anything at 88 millimeters underfoot is going to have some versatility to it just because of the footprint, but then add in, this new construction technique and just this overall pleasing shape and flex, and it's just a really useful ski for most days and conditions, and a big range of skier as well. The E-Cross uses Dynastar's new hybrid core 2.0 technology. Sounds fancy, and it is. What they're doing is they're trying to take a more eco-friendly approach to the ski construction by eliminating some of the adhesives and the bonding layers that kind of make up a lot of waste. So what they're doing is they're milling the wood specifically and kind of using joinery to mix these different layers of wood together in the ski that allow them to press it together without the use of adhesive products. They're still using their hybrid core as well, so polyurethane, on the sides, extending into the ski. And then the central core is made up of basically 3 layers of poplar wood. So bottom layer, flat, top layer is more of this, tongue and groove style with this bottom layer, and they're milling it and then joining it together and then pressing it using, a unidirectional fiberglass laminate, which holds it all together. But those layers of wood aren't held together by adhesive. They're just held together by friction and pressure. So that's kind of where that new style of core comes from. And then you can feel how the ski is just smoother and more energetic as a result. Anytime that you're bonding those woods together, it really makes the ski just feel a little bit more dynamic and energetic. Then they use an H-shaped metal laminate on top here, and that's just going to put some more pressure on the edges and just leave that central portion where the metal is not a little bit free, and just allows the ski to articulate a little bit, leading to that smooth performance overall. And then you just see the more oversized shovel here, and that's going to contribute to the shorter turn radius, a little bit more of a pintail style technology with an oversized shovel and slightly narrower tail, relatively speaking, and that allows the skier to control kind of the shape, direction, and magnitude of the turn without being yanked around like you're on a slalom ski. You can release from the edge of from the tail end of the turn really easily. Or you can choose to stay in it for longer and access that shorter turn radius. This is the 175, and it does generate a 14-meter arc, so pretty short. Other skis like this, we've seen it in Black Crow's Mirror's Core, where they're taking that shorter turn radius, line blade as well, and kind of putting it in an all-mountain format and creating something pretty different and unique. And that follows through to this E-Cross as well. But pretty cool ski, more traditional in terms of camber and rocker. We do have positive camber underfoot, full sidewall here, and then just not a whole lot of rocker up top. And that kind of speaks to its more on-trail and front-side personality, where we're not dealing with a ton of splay here, some early taper here, but more of that rounded shape. If anything with a shorter turn radius, that wider part's got to be brought back a little bit at least. And then in the tail, you know, it's not terribly dramatic back here as well. Very much, you know, minimal splay, minimal rocker, just a little bit rounded at the end for ease of, you know, ease of exit. But you can definitely hold on to the end of the turn, kind of right where the color changes is a good indicator of where the taper ends and that effective edge comes to a close. The other cool thing about this ski is that the shovel's pretty flexible. You know, it's not like it's a terribly stiff ski. Anything with these shorter radius arcs, it's very helpful to have that softer shovel to help you initiate into the turn and to access the whole side cut. That just gives it a more friendly feel overall. If you think about it the other way, if it was extremely stiff, with the width of that shovel, it would be very reactive and, you know, pretty difficult to ski. You would basically be on a fat slalom ski at that point, like a race slalom ski. This and the slightly more flexible nature allow for more accessibility, more versatility, and just the ability to get into the whole side cut of the ski by the flex. It allows you to generate a higher edge angle and goes a long way in just increasing the overall tip-to-tail smoothness of this E-Cross 88. So make sure you check this thing out here at skiessentials.com, and we will see you out there on the hill. Bye.